Great stuff. Well, welcome everyone. Sorry, I'm just realizing too much light. Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining me for another Friday morning Master Lok Style Tai Chi and Qigong class. So we're just going to rattle all the way through the syllabus, and then at the end, if there's any questions or if there's a section that you would like to further focus on, we can certainly do that. So let's take right hand in fist, please, and left hand straight. Tuck back the thumb, feet together, hands together, and we salute. Lovely. So let's relax down and just get any little adjustments out of the way. You can have a wee rub of your body. We sometimes do this as warm down, just rubbing everything. Give everything a jolly good rub. You can rub up and down, or you can rub in circles. And this is a way to stimulate your energy flow, to stimulate your blood flow. Good. Just give everything a jolly good rub. I hope you've already had a drink this morning, something to replace your fluids after a night of breathing out fluids and sweating a little bit and waking up with a full bladder. It's good to replace the liquids, so give everything a jolly good rub. So once you have got more fluid back in your body, then you can help your system to detox and flush any stale energy, anything that no longer serves away. Good. So hopefully you're already feeling nice and fresh. Let's open our stance to shoulder width. In fact, no, let's go right the way back to feet together, heels together, toes apart, Wuji. Let's lengthen up through the top of the head. Bring the chin slightly down and back. And after all that stimulation, now let's just come and release and relax down. Listen behind you. And bring your awareness back to the room or to your space. Let's open the stance. Turn the feet to shoulder width and level. And we'll continue to release and relax down into our new position. Find all 10 fingers, gently lengthening them down, feeling for an even connection. And let's begin with our open door 5 for 7 stars in rotations Qigong. Rest level with your waist. And let's do our little rolling pastry move. Preparation for movement 2. Filling and releasing the back with the breath. Good, now we rotate. Let's change direction. And absorb the ball of energy in, float up, expand, continue. Let's change direction. Pay attention to how the body is responding here and now. Let's open for movement 3, gather, drawing in, feeling into your body, feel the connection as we guide and connect using our fingertips. Check posture. Relax to center. Good, round 2. Deep breath, gather. Keep the knees in line with the toes. Don't let them bow out or in. Around. Relax to center. Check posture. Relax to center. Round 3, ready, and check posture. Relax to center. Just notice your heart rate, quality of your breath, and any sensations within the body. Observe them, feel into them, let go through them. Very good. Release. And we do our little earth exercise to bring us into center. Good. So movement 4 is our 4 directions with the auspicious animals. So first we have the dragon, and we're going to turn to the southeast, your front left corner. And we start to climb the ladder of the spine with a little rotation and cycling of the arms. Walk your way up the back. Feel the focus of energy flowing up the spine at the level of the hands. Keep the chin down, lengthen the head as you walk up the tiny vertebrae of the neck, all the way to the base of the skull. And now we have the tiger. We skim across and turn. Come under the arm and relax forwards and down. Straight into the phoenix. Scoop, expand, and step. Fill your back. Oh, sorry, I'm going into the phoenix. We should have just gone over there and step. My fault. Good, keep going. That's the phoenix form I was going into. That was just the first step of the phoenix is in this section. We look behind, stretch, release, and lasso. It's so easy done, isn't it? Look over the shoulders. Our body memory is a powerful thing. Let's come back to center and we'll do the turtle. We stretch forwards, fill the back. Chin down, lengthen through the top of the head. Every structure is reaching, stretching, and release. And let's turn to the front left corner for the elements. Gold, please. We step and step through. Roll back, lift, square up, step and step through. Block, step back and pierce. Block, step back and pierce. Wood now, half a step, stretch, and a big step. Half a step, stretch, and turn. For the fire element, we step, block, and push. Half a step, slide down, block, and push. Glide down, block, and push. Turn to the front. Earth element. Good, now I'd like to do this section again, please. So we just keep going and come in and then turn to look at gold once more. Ready? So we step through, roll back, square up, step through, roll back, square up. Do it again. If you have room, step through. Now water, block, step back and pierce. Block, step back and pierce. Again. Remember, you can do multiple, and for water, you can go forwards, turn out, step through, block, turn out, step through, block, turn out, step through, block. Let's go backwards again for water. Block, step back, turn in. Block, step back, turn in. Water is fluid by nature, and so the step has a fluidity. Let's go forwards again. Block, turn out, step. So when we step, the toes point in the same direction as the strike. And when we step back, we fix the front foot so the toes are in the same position as the strike. Good. Let's just do 2 forwards now. And we'll move on to liver, wood element. Half a step stretch. Good. This just goes in the one direction. Good. And we turn for fire. Good, and earth. Hope you enjoyed that, playing with it a little bit. Good, let's come in for movement 6. We begin with the same movement as earth. And then we start to roll it up and over. Step the back foot through, turn, and open left. Back the way you came, up, swing, under, up, turn, step through, and open. Keep turning in the same direction and step through. Cross the wrists and turn. Good, so we can walk it. Marshall flowers. And you can just keep walking if you like, or we can change direction and go back. Let's change to the other side. So we can do it static if you don't have room to walk, or we can walk. And if you don't have room, you can change direction. It is a fluid practice. We can make it fit the space, do what's comfortable. Good. And let's come into the center of the space. I'm trying not to kick the cap. And we will do our 7 stars in rotations. Ready? Check posture. Calming down. Find all 10 fingers. Ready? Let's scoop. Right hand under. Turn the ball, push the heel. Find the center of your circle and release. Let's do 2 full circles round. 18 steps. Ready? And that's 1. Keep going. And turn in. Release the left foot and go. Again. And rest, take a breath. We'll just wait for a moment and allow the dust to settle, calming down. Point to the floor. We close left. Good. And a heel tap. Excellent, well done. Ease yourself from your stance. I don't know, can you see the cat just on the very edge of the screen? She really likes to be front and center, this one. So, yeah, take a breath, have a wee drink if you want to. It might be quite nice actually just to open the floor to you now between each set and just see if there's any questions as we go, as opposed to waiting till the very end. So is there any part of that, folks, that you want to look at? Is there any questions? Don't be shy. No? Okay, good. All right, so the 7 stars in rotations Qigong is deceptive in its nature because it starts incredibly simple, but it is like building blocks or stepping stones. With each step, it goes up in complexity, in the requirements of the practitioner. We need to be more focused, more tuned, more we have to have more coordination. So each step actually gives us the tools to rise to that level and prepares us to rise to the next level of the next step. So I think I mentioned a few weeks ago someone who had been at the beginning of a class where I was teaching this sequence. They had come for 1 or 2 classes and then had missed a few. And I remember them coming and talking to me and saying, look, you know, I've been doing this a few years and this class, I think it's maybe too easy for me. Would it be okay to transfer over to one of your more advanced classes? And I was going, really? 7 stars is too easy for you? But then I realized she'd only experienced the first couple of steps. So that's the foundation, that's really simple stuff. But with each level, it gets more complex. And I said, look, just join in today's class and see what you think. And she went, okay, I will. And at the end of the class, I went, well, what do you think? She says, yeah, it's okay, I'll stay here. I'm like, yeah, I think so. So it starts very simple, but it builds, and it really is a pathway to mastery. So even within just that one form, you can take it all the way to a very high level indeed. It can take you all the way through the different levels of Tai Chi Chuan. And that, I would say, is the same of all Tai Chi forms, though this one is particularly laid out to start from nothing and build you up. But it's not the form, it's not that you have beginners forms and advanced forms, though some are easier than others. It's what you do with them. So if you keep practicing them and plumbing the depths, you will find that actually any form can take you all the way. That it's not the form, it's the practitioner, it's how much work we put into it that we can get everything out of it. Having said that, there are simple forms and there are very complex forms, but it doesn't mean that the complex forms will get you there any quicker. In fact, often it's a slower journey the more advanced the form becomes, because you have to, navigate through. And while you're doing tricky things, it's harder to keep your awareness on being here now. So anyway, that was our 7 stars in rotations Qigong. Now we're moving on into our Phoenix form, and let's do the Phoenix form on both sides. So relax, enjoy. We'll probably need to move back at the end of the first section before the second section, as it does move forwards just a little bit. So just follow me, and if you know the way, then try to keep pace with me. And then at any stage, if you're not sure or you want any details, refined. You can instantly check on me without having to wait for me, or if you've passed me, then you're on your own. So do it in time with me, please, even if you know what you're doing, and then we can all help each other. All right, are we ready? Phoenix in graceful clouds of blessing. Ready, start. Oops. Okay, so I forgot, never mind. So we finished the first section. We're going to do it again on the other side, so we might as well close. And we should have closed right. Whoops. Okay, so reposition yourself and we will do the whole form from scratch on the other side. And that's viable as well. It's just nice to blend one to the other. But for now, let's check posture. And relax to center. Second side, Phoenix. And we close left. Good. Okay. So, well done. So what I meant to do was go seamlessly from one into the other with possibly just a bit of stepping back, but I forgot and I closed. And this is what happens, unfortunately. Yesterday I did the Phoenix for an hour, just on the one side, and I closed each time. So what I'm learning actually is it doesn't matter how many years you have done a form, your most recent practice hugely influences your body memory and your current practice. So just doing it on the one side again and again yesterday, today, when I go to do it on the second side, my body's already closed the position. So let's just for a moment look at the transition if you do want to go from one side to the other without closing and opening again. So you've just done the movement Phoenix couple return home. So that's on the first side. Now your right hand is in fist and the left hand is chasing. If I turn so that you can see maybe a little bit more, I'll turn to face the front actually and do it again. But the hand that's chasing scoops under, the fist opens, there's your hug ball. We stretch the ball and turn it, and we just take the front foot forwards a little bit more, and there is your transition. And you're doing the beginning of the form on the second side. Okay, so I'm going to show you that from the front, just out of interest. Now the question is, do I show you it mirrored or do I show you it the normal way? What do you say? Thumbs up for mirrored? Okay, you want it mirrored. All right, that's interesting because I never do it that way. So let's see. All right, so then your Phoenix couple return home will be like this. And on the second, okay, and then the hand that's behind scoops under, the fist opens, you expand and you turn, and the foot that's forward goes forwards again into your second side. Okay, so I'll show you that again, just for clarity. It's always a good, so thinking on my feet because I'm not used to doing that this way. Okay, so just watch again, please. So you have, yeah. And there's your transition to doing the whole form on the second side. Lovely, hopefully that was clear. Are there any questions about the Phoenix? No, you're all perfect. Great, I like it, yay. All right, good stuff. So let me see how we're doing for time. We've got a good, just over 15 minutes. So we can move on now to our Immortals form. So having said that it's not the difficulty level of the form that makes for a good practitioner, but surely, is that a word? Purely just practicing makes a good practitioner. Having said that, there are simple forms, medium forms, and knock it out of the park forms, and I would call the Immortals form a knock it out of the park form. It is still Tai Chi, it is soft and gentle, but boy is it powerful. It's got lots of turns, it's got lots of yummy bits, lots of little challenges, and it's really nice to be able to, just put it in top gear and go. So that's what we're going to do. And I think it's really lovely for the spirit to have a form that you can just do your best and, you know, fly if you can. It's really nice to have training forms. Willem calls them training forms that are designed for building your capacity and generally getting the body memory and getting the styling and the technique and all that stuff. And then there are performance forms. I think this is both, actually. It's really good for technique, but it's a really beautiful form for just expressing yourself and going into that flow state, not worrying about it, not scoring yourself, but just doing it and having a fun time while you're at it. So let's have a go at the Immortals Crossing the Sea form, and we're only doing this on the one side. I think that's plenty challenging as it is, so let's give it a go. All right, there's Daisy, hello. Okay, so we'll maybe do it twice through, and the first time we'll go a little bit slower so that you can just focus on completing each movement, and then the second time we'll go a wee bit quicker. Ready? Calming down. Find all 10 fingers. Let's begin. Pluck right, turn to the back and step to the side left. Pluck left, turning to the left, open the right and follow. Pluck right, feed the weight back and relax. Into fishing toad. Close left. Good, well done. Have a little moment to relax. So that was quite slow to give you a chance to just see what's happening. But of course, when we go quite slow, it's more difficult to keep the flow. It's not impossible. Actually, in my humble opinion, you can go indefinitely slow and keep the flow going, but there comes a stage that it seems sluggish and laboured. So even though Tai Chi is known as a slow art, it shouldn't be too slow. But when we're learning, or if we're revising, or if we're using it for a specific correction, if we're wanting to hone exactly what we're doing, then any speed is fine. In fact, you could start and stop, and start and stop, and start and stop if you like, and use the form as a series of still poses, like standing practice, like frame by frame kind of thing. That would be an excellent practice, but it is just a training exercise. That's not really what the form is designed for. It's designed to be done in flow. So let us now have another go at the Phoenix form, and this time, sorry, not Phoenix, the Immortals form, and this time we will go into top gear and flow. So don't worry if you're new to the form. Just see if you can follow. If you get lost, you can always just stop and watch. You can learn a lot by that. Or just pick one aspect and see if you can follow that. For example, the legs. The legs are the most important. If you're going to get anything right, we want the legs to be right because they're our foundation. But you could sit and just see what's she doing with her arms there. Oh, okay, and follow the arms. So every effort will yield some results. So let us go again through Immortals Crossing the Sea. Are we ready? Calming down. And start. Pluck, step left. Pluck left. Pluck right. And good, toes left. And your heel tap. Lovely, well done. Good, how are you feeling, everyone? You okay? Good. So, all we ever can do is our best. We want to focus our mind, do what we can, be mindful of what's happening. So if we are making any little deviations or mistakes, then we can acknowledge them without judging ourselves. Just go, oh, okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. So then you can work on it the next time. And in this way, we are living in the moment. We are doing mindfulness practice. And though it may not be perfect Tai Chi, it's that perfect moment that we're experiencing. So it's not about achieving perfection, but rather being present with what is here and now and working the best way that we can with what we've got at the time. That is the perfect practice of Tai Chi. Tai Chi means supreme ultimate. It is perfection. We are running a perfect program through an imperfect system. But yet by doing it, our imperfections actually add to perfection because we make them human, we make them an experience. It is an experiential practice that we're doing, folks. It's not academic. It's not about being perfect, because if you were perfect, what would be the point in doing it? So it is using the perfect structure of the form to improve our beings, to improve our bodies, to improve our minds, but actually we are bringing perfection to the art by practicing it. It's a living art. So without us practicing it, it's dead. It doesn't exist unless we create it as we practice. A bit like the Dandian. The Dandian, the energy center in the belly, does not exist until we create it with our structure, with our relaxation, with our focus. It is a focal point for energy to gather. If we don't focus on it, if we don't have the structure to create the perfect environment, the Dandian just doesn't exist. The kidneys do the job of the Dandian when we're not doing Tai Chi. So we actually create Tai Chi. We keep Tai Chi alive. All those who practice it, that is the living practice. So if you think your Tai Chi is not great, just think if you didn't do it, it wouldn't exist. So I think you're doing pretty good. You're keeping the system alive, and the system hopefully is keeping us very fit and healthy and alive. So let's warm down, please, with a little turning of the waist. Good. And down to the legs. And knees. And lower legs. And just notice how your body feels with each part. Up you come again. Good. Pat your shoulders. to center. Good, and let's do our 100 ailments go away. By being the shell, we flop the wrists and we bounce. 7 heel taps every day, 100 ailments go away. Good. Bounce, 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 bounce. Of course you can do more than 7, you can do as many as you like. Breathe. And relax down. And just allow the body to run out of movement and feel into your system. Jolly good. Let's gather the hands up to cover center. Hug your elbows gently in. Feel the touch of your hands, feel the warmth of your hands flowing into your belly. And feel your energy is stronger. Beautiful work today, folks. Well done. Not a single question was asked, and yet I could see you working very hard and taking it all in. So progress is being made. Very good. Thank you so much for joining me today, folks. And for those who couldn't make it, I hope you enjoy the video if you get a chance. And please keep using the videos. They're there for you, for your encouragement and reference. And I look forward to seeing you next time.